Welcome. Here we are to Gym Boys Watch Footy. Hope everybody's doing well this week. It's your boy E. We got Waj and PJ. PJ has been on a nice little hiatus, gallivanting across the world. How you been?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know if Boston is across the world, but
That sounds like gallivanting to me.
I'm good. I'm recovering from a half Pakistani wedding. My friend came out in a camel, so you'll have to fill me up on what happened this weekend. But I'm alive. I'm ready to go.
For sure. Waj, how's everything?
Man, good to be back because it's another Monday. It's been a crazy, just great weekend, a lot of sport. So glad to be back and happy to be chatting with everybody.
For sure. Yeah. Like Waj said, we have had a weekend full of Olympics. All sports have been amazing to watch. And want to thank everybody again for giving us a listen to wherever you're listening to us on. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a follow. So, yeah, how we want to start this week. We had some predictions last week, and Waj was not standing on business last week
Mm.
with his predictions for either the men's or the women's group stages, and some of mine are starting to come to fruition.
And I got
So
scared, bro. That's what it is.
Never
That's
got
all it is. It's
scared.
fine. I'm fine to say it. I got a little bit. I was timid. And I was right to be.
For sure. Well, hey, I mean, some of these are looking pretty good right now. So let's start with the men's group. Right now in Group A, France is leading with 6 points. United States is right behind them with 3. New Zealand has 3, and Guinea has 0. Group B, Argentina has 3, Morocco has 3, Ukraine has 3, and Iraq has 3. So that group is up for grabs within the next week. And we have Group C. Spain has already advanced. They have 6 points. Egypt has 4 points. Dominican Republic has 1 point. And Uzbekistan has 0 points. Gents, how are we feeling about the men's group stages right now? Any real big standouts that you're seeing? Anything that you're not seeing? Waj, I want to start with you.
Yeah, man. I've been, like I said, I was, even though I didn't stand on business, put any money down on it, I did say, let's watch France, and see how they're going to do. And of course, they're top of their group right now. But the USA, really happy to see that they're also making it. They're obviously second behind France, but they're deadlocked, obviously, with New Zealand and Guinea with 3 points, in Group A. So, like I said, man, France is definitely a team to watch. Of course, I'd be remiss to say that, we also spoke about Argentina, and they are, of course, and I do believe that you stood on business on that
Mm-hmm.
one to say that they were gonna top their group. So yeah, they're obviously 2 points played, 3 points about top of the group. But Morocco still hoping that they come through. Like I said, I'm still going for my African teams. Egypt is second in their group in Group C behind Spain. And of course, I'm really hopeful for still Mali making it out of their group. It's gonna be hard now. I think they've only got 1 point. Japan is leading Group D, I believe, with Paraguay in the middle, and then Israel in dead last with just 1 point. But yeah, I'm hoping Mali make it out. That's my one hope. Mali and all of my African teams make it out of the groups. But it's looking to me, man, that Spain and Argentina, France and USA are going to be the teams to watch at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, after their performance, yo, the boys came out to play, and the ladies, but yeah, the boys came out to play last
Yeah,
match. It was
the
fantastic.
gents right now for the U.S. they did get off a big romp against New Zealand 4-1. That was really good to see. PJ, any thoughts on the U.S. performance?
Yeah, the initial game when they lost against France, they didn't play that bad, and they came back with a dominant victory. So they should go through. We'll see how it goes, because the thing that's a little disappointing is that some of our most talented players are eligible to play, like for example Yunus Musa and Giovanni Reina, and they're notably absent. But to be fair to everyone, that's fair for everyone. France is missing some people too that would technically be there if their clubs allowed them to be there. I like the U.S. shout out. I mean, I think it's sort of a 3-horse race with Argentina, France, and Spain, but maybe the U.S. could be a dark horse. I'm still having nightmares from the Copa America. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but yeah, we'll see how the last group game goes against Guinea.
For sure. I mean, I'm really enjoying right now is just the plethora of good footy that's being played by these U23s. I mean, you get the nice little mix of 3 players that are doing well. So for France, for sure, Lacazette is kind of killing it right now. Even at
Hmm.
his elder statesman age, to these younger kids, he's leading the way for them. Argentina, you still have a good mix of youth and older gents. Somehow, some way, Nicholas Otamendi is still playing for Argentina. He was able to play at the Copa, but then as well, he's now playing at the Olympics. Spain, I don't know like what is in the water over there. I think we could talk about like how they do footy, practicing from the ages of 6 all the way up through. They play positionless ball. They make sure that every player understands which way that they need to play, and it's the same no matter what. In Japan, I mean, I'm really loving what they're doing in their
Yes.
group as well. I mean, Blue Lock over there, the Japanese, they're killing it. Mali and Paraguay right now, uh, as well as Israel, are starting to try to figure out how to get into that second spot. But yeah, Japan right now, they're on a tear. So really, really happy with what I'm seeing with all these group games right now.
And that's actually one thing I was gonna say. E is Japan. That's like right now. That's my fourth team, and they did absolutely amazing against Paraguay um, on Wednesday. Just think, yeah, it's gonna be, and obviously they beat Mali 1-0 on Saturday. I think there's just more to come. Teams that they're a strength to be reckoned with.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
and their senior team is pretty like strong too. I think they could be a dark horse in 2026. Japan possibly slightly a rising power in football. We'll see.
Okay. Well, now that we have two games played in each group, I would love to hear your thoughts on who are going to be moving forward. Group A, Waj. Now that you've had a chance to actually look, we can't run away now. So, Group A,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Group A.
Now, look, standing on business, USA and France to go through. You France taking first, USA taking second in the group. Group B, I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick with Argentina and Morocco. That's gonna be a tight one, but that's what I'm hoping for. Um, and then I think Spain is gonna lead the group, and then of course Egypt has 4 points, so they just need to draw, and they're good.
Hmm.
Um, lastly, Group D. Again, I'm hoping for a miracle. I really am. I'm hoping that it's Japan and Mali, but Mali, of course, now needs to pull a miracle out of their hat now and take on Paraguay with resounding victory. So let's
Hmm.
hope for that. Those are my picks.
Got you. PJ, you got any for Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D?
I mean, I think what he has is pretty solid. And based on goal differential in a lot of these groups, a lot of that is already sort of figured itself out
Hmm.
based off difficulty of opponents. So I think I'm going to agree. I just kind of wanted to to have some general comments and get your guys' opinion on something. One thing that I love about the Olympic soccer is you see a lot of teams you just don't see in major competitions, like Mali and Israel, for example, teams that
Hmm.
seldom, if ever, make the World Cup, maybe based off the structure of Olympic qualifying. So that's exciting. But the question that I want to pose to you before we get into any predictions, I'm more of an international soccer fan, but I'm not super juiced up about this because teams are not sending their best. What do you guys think the Olympics can do to get soccer fans more into it? Soccer is my favorite sport, but I'm literally watching the handball games. I've watched some of the soccer games, but it's U2 plus not the best U23s. Maybe this is just my opinion, but I feel like there's something that they could do to get people more into it. I mean, there's already been so much amazing footy this summer, so maybe people need a break. But any thoughts on that?
So I think where you really hit the nail on the head, people need a break. I mean, these guys are
Yes, indeed.
playing at least 50 to 60 club matches and club friendlies. Preseason tournaments have already started for clubs. You have international qualifying that happens during the season. I like the fact that you're giving a shot for like you're staying true to the Olympic nature. You're giving amateurs a chance to actually take
Yeah,
a chance to win. I mean, you don't see that in all sports, namely basketball, but with footy, you're actually giving the world a chance to really care about what's going on. I mean, what I'm seeing with the US, I would like to see some of our new blood give a chance because we have the same players that are playing on the US men's national team year in and year out. We're not seeing people getting cycled in. And I'm sure people are also seeing that in their international squads wherever they're from. So actually giving a chance for these kids to get some international caps under their belt, to support to show off for their country, for their flag, actually give a chance to like really show, hey, I deserve to be in this moving forward. Like with France, one of my big notable omissions that I saw from France over the Euros was Olise. He just signed for Bayern
Mhm.
Munich with a big money deal, and he got no chance to actually even go over there. The coach didn't believe in him, and he's already showing off like why he costs so much. So I feel as though giving these opportunities for young internationals to actually get these caps is a good thing.
Okay,
100%.
that's a good answer.
I would absolutely agree with that. And yeah, I mean, we need to give this time to the youth. Like we said, just the amount of playing that these guys have done and women have done this season just the season alone has been crazy, particularly for the men. And that's exactly why the European players are suing FIFA right now over the fixture demands. It's too many games. We cannot have the Continental Cups, the qualifiers, and the Olympics. Plus, you have to play for club and country all the way throughout a year. It's too much. But like you said, that gives the opportunities to these young hotshots, and even people that aren't getting enough attention, potentially at their clubs, especially for the Euros and like the Copa, to now come and play. So I think it gives great exposure, and like you said, we get to see a couple. If we're lucky, we get to see a couple stars from each country which and I think they get an opportunity which they would never usually get. Not all situations, but some of them get the opportunity to really be the flag bearers in a different way for their countries, which is just so important for their own morale, especially when you're playing under 23. I mean, that's crazy. And of course, for the likes of our superstars that we have there, even like a Lacazette, who's going to, who's at the matches. I mean, it gives them a great opportunity to shine when maybe they haven't had not even the best seasons, or they've had a productive season, but this just gives them another opportunity to shine, on a world stage and be that ambassador, and be those elder statesmen
Mm,
in the room. So yeah, I think it's a great thing to see.
for sure. All right, please let us know what your thoughts are wherever you're listening. Please drop a comment on that question. It's a good one, PJ. Keep those coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're flipping over now to the women's side. It's been really zesty on the women's side. We're going to jump into it a little bit with Group A. So right now, in Group A, we have Colombia and France leading with 3 points, while Canada has 2 wins but 0 points, and a little bit more on that later. Group B, the United States and Germany are leading the way. United States has 6 points. Germany and Australia both have 3 points. And Group C, we have Spain and Japan leading the way. Japan and Brazil right now are tied. Japan with an amazing stoppage time goal, catching the goalie out for the worldy win in stoppage time. So it was really good to see that match. But again, Spain, 6 points. They're always tops. They're doing it in all sports right now. So
Mhm.
uh, right now, guys, how do we feel about where things are rocking right now with the women's side of the sporting bracket?
Hey, I don't feel good. I'll tell you
Mm.
that. I don't feel good at all. Why? Why don't I
Wow.
feel good? I was hoping you'd ask me that question. Uh, Um, nah, man, all the African teams they're not doing so well on the
Yeah,
women's side. Nigeria's in fourth in Group C, Zambia fourth in Group B. So that's upsetting. I will start off with that. But of course, there is the good news of Team USA and the women's team, and they smashing it. They've been
yeah,
so amazing and electrifying to watch. The whole squad, honestly, from Mallory Swanson, Sophia Smith, I mean Trinity Rodman, I mean the whole the whole honestly the whole squad, but that up front line is absolutely electrifying. So we talked about it last week about how we weren't too sure, especially with the new manager Emma Hayes coming in, that they could have the team ready for the Olympics to to be able to get out of groups. And after that resounding win against Germany, I'll tell you they're making it out of the group.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's great to see. It is sad to see France in second. I hope that they make it through in Group A.
What did I
Um,
tell you? I told you France was. I told you Canada was actually going to give them until Canada messed up.
Hey,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, Canada slipped, but I mean, that was a resounding win for Canada just the other day against France. But again, no points. So
Yeah.
I think
I
France will
mean,
make it through on a technicality.
we'll see. You still got one match left, and if Canada sweeps out and France miraculously loses or doesn't, if they lose, Canada can actually take that spot because they have a better goal differential.
Yeah,
But
France versus New Zealand, but they lost against Colombia, yesterday 2-0. So they're pretty demoralized right now. So
hey,
let's just
The All Blacks in New Zealand, you never know. They might surprise them. Even though
you
France is
never
playing
know.
them, they have
You
house money.
never
But
know.
yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm really enjoying watching the U.S. women's national team play. I mean, that's drubbing of Germany was a really good. That was a chef's kiss moment. Like
Mm,
just seeing how that front three is just moving around. Spain, of course, they were the favorites to win the tournament, and again, they're just smashing it. I also told you about Japan for the women's side.
you did.
There's some things I've been speaking on, and I need people to know. Like we got some good bets over here. So
Man,
yes,
they
Spain,
smacked up Brazil, man.
yeah. I mean, Brazil. It's Marta's last go around.
Oh,
It's her
it's just so
twilight,
sad.
and the fact that they lost that match, showed that worldie. Such a beautiful shot. Like she took a glance, she saw the goalie was off her line, she just smacked it, just went right over her head in for the winner for that match. It was crazy. Yeah, I am a little disappointed that Nigeria and Zambia aren't doing well. Nigeria, I was really hoping Aziza was going to do well with that squad, but uh, it's just not doing it right now. But we can hope and see for this last match. Maybe they pip out a win, and whoever Spain is, who's Spain playing for the next match? Do they have Brazil or do they have Japan?
Spain will be playing, yeah, Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
A good
Spain
one.
versus Brazil, Japan, Nigeria, Zambia, Germany. It's gonna be crazy, and then of course Australia, USA, New Zealand, France, Colombia, Canada.
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna be a crazy 2 days.
yeah,
I'm
it's
very
gonna be
excited
insane
to watch the women's matches.
for sure.
Let's ask the hard question. Does Team USA take it? What do you think?
I'm still
I,
pulling. I think Spain's gonna take it. I
You think so?
mean, yeah,
I
that Spanish squad is really good.
Hmm.
I think Spain is our favorites, but I would love to see USA come out of nowhere and take this because the squad they have is absolutely fantastic, and especially with the goalie that they have, of course, with Nair. I mean, they've got such a great defensive line. They are not giving anything away. So it's a dawn of a new generation, y'all.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful to watch, but again, Spain they've just been locked in,
And give me your
and
passport, bro. Go
I
have some
mean,
tapas. Get out of here.
hey, I'm pulling for US, but if we're talking about like standing on business, I'm looking at Spain right now. So before we get into our next
I hope a
topic.
bald eagle poops on you.
Let's go. US.
Before we get into our next topic, I want to thank everybody again for giving us a listen to Dem Boys Watch Footy. Again, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, wherever you give us love. Thank you again for listening. We're starting to really grow. I've been seeing the numbers going up, and it's been really nice. We now have 30 subscribers on YouTube. That is amazing to see. We got 25 subscribers on Spotify, 20 on Apple Podcasts. So thank you. Just
Get to
keep
100.
trying to
Let's
spread the
go.
word.
Get us to
Yeah,
100.
keeps trying to spread the word for us. I'm
Thank you.
very
Credit.
we're all very grateful for that. Our next topic is diving deep into the woes of Canadian football.
Oh
Uh,
Lord.
yeah, so Canadian football recently got outed as spying on different teams. So Canada, they have 2 wins in their group, but they have 0 points. So they actually had -3 when the story first dropped. Canada had defeated France earlier this weekend. And then now what we're seeing with Canada, their coach has now been suspended for a year. They've been fined by
The
World
women's
Football.
coach.
Yeah, well, I also have some stories that can dive deep into the men's side
Because
too.
they have a new coach.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, but you still have to do the investigation
yeah.
of the entire time period. Crazy story that I was reading about the women's sides. Multiple U.S. soccer reports told ESPN, this is where I'm reading the story from, that they believe any investigation into the Canadian Soccer Federation will find that the former coach who coached John Herdman, who coached Canada's women's team from 2011 to 2018, its men's team from 2018 to 2023. So he recently took them, the men's side,
Now he's with
to the
Toronto.
World Cup. Yeah,
Mhm.
he took them to the World Cup. Were caught. They were notoriously known for spying on other teams' practices.
Bill Belichick style.
Ooh.
Full Bill Belichick style. So Canada's new soccer coach, she brought that same practice over into the World Cup, and that drone was just found to be over a few practices, and the world was like, "Hold up, what's going on?" So, gents, now that we are now equipped with knowledge that this has been going on for at least 10 years, what do you guys think?
Oh, when I was reading this story, I was a little confused. Did their own federation out them? What exactly happened? And why
So,
would they do that?
no, they're
They were caught. They
yeah,
were caught at
By
the
who?
Olympics. Yeah.
Oh, at
that
the
they were
Olympics.
Yeah, they were caught at the Olympics, but then this story snowballed into something
So then
way
how do
bigger.
they know about the men's then?
So investigative reporting, things that we aren't doing, have said that yeah, that the U.S. Soccer Federation wasn't shocked because they had seen this before at different uh, World Federation championships, such as CONCACAF, such as the Nations League, any of the friendlies that were going on. These practices have been happening since 2011. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people have been continuing to do it, just like we said, crossing over into another sport, the NFL, with Bill Belichick, famous Patriots coach, second most winningest coach of all time. He was caught filming other people's practices, and Canadian soccer was caught filming people's practices.
It's a little 4K action. What's the big deal? Come on.
What's the big deal? If you can get any type of advantage, look, the Canadian squad was not that great from those earlier years, 2011 to about 2016.
The men's team?
Yeah, just the men's
The
team.
men's team just got good like 3 years ago. They were
Exactly.
never a good team.
But the women's team, of course, won the gold in 2020 Olympics, which is massive. So now is that going to get taken away?
Yeah,
And I think the biggest issue that we have of all this is the punishment going to be for the players or will it be for the whole federation?
it has to be the
Um,
whole federation.
it has to be the whole federation, obviously, but the players are going to be the ones that suffer from this, and obviously everyone's going to have to deny it. But man, the proof is in the pudding, bro.
Yeah.
Or the maple syrup.
It's in the maple syrup. It's in the maple syrup.
It's in the poutine. I don't know.
It's definitely in the poutine. Yeah, Bev Priestman, the current coach for the women's team, she's suspended, and as Waj was alluding to, when they won that gold in Tokyo, people are now looking at that win a little differently because you also have to remember you're not just taking formations, you're also taking corner kick deliveries. You're taking how people are talking on the pitch. If you know somebody's look and feel, you can tell on the pitch, like, okay, they're setting up this way. This is how they're going to attack on the counter. This is how they're going to try to really stay in possession. Yes, the players still have to do their work, but if you get that one little one-upsmanship,
Mhm.
that can go a big way, especially in some championship matches.
But
So
do you think the problem is that they were doing it or that they got caught? Because, like you said, this has been reports that this has happened. Maybe I'm just trying to defend because I'm a Patriots fan. But
I hear it.
the odds that one other team has ever done this ever has got to be decent, but they are the ones that got in trouble. So,
They got caught.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
caught. The thing is, that's going to be difficult from the men's perspective, is since they already are hosting the World Cup. It's not like they can deduct points from World qualifying. So if they deducted World Cup points, like in their actual group, that would be super extreme. So any thoughts on what the outcome might be? Maybe just suspensions?
Well, first, I'm going to say, why are you flying a drone? Like, those things are loud. Like, drones are loud things. Why are you flying it over someone's entire practice in broad daylight? Like, you're in France. There's only so
Canadians
many
are
things that are in
smart
the sky.
too. I thought they'd be smarter.
Hey, I mean, in this situation,
No.
they probably have already been doing the drone footage for a while. Drones aren't a new thing. Drones have been really around since about 2016. That's really when I believe commercially you could buy them for yourself.
You know, the
Federation
best part of
wise,
that is
what?
the best part of that is that they also got a fine for illegally flying a drone in Paris.
They flew it too close to, yeah, it's just all messed up. To PJ's point, I'm more upset that they got caught, but the fact that they were doing it and for this long, especially in footy, like, come on now, like, be better,
Yeah,
like, get your
be
tactics
better.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
just be better. That's all we got to say about that.
In the
PJ,
words of Melania Trump, be best. You know.
Be best.
just
But
be
no, I
best.
mean, I think it's going to be a shame for the players, and you know, obviously, again, like I said, the players themselves, especially former players, especially from Tokyo, I would hope that they had nothing to do with it, they had no hand in it, and it was just the coaches and the staff. But it was even if it's that, even if it's just coaches and staff, they should be fired or banned. And you know that there has to be a reckoning for something like this. But again, it's FIFA, so let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, FIFA understands the corruption. They
It's
understand the corruption game.
FIFA.
It's fine. It's fine.
It'll work out,
Don't worry about
but
your precious World Cup. Everything will be fine.
yeah, things won't be taken away. But for sure, like I'm not happy about that because those women worked really, really hard for that gold, and to see, especially now, your team has 2 wins. You should be top of the group,
Yeah,
and right now you have to rely on miracles to even make it to the next round. So that
yeah,
could be
that's
a
cool.
punishment within itself, but as well, I'm just not seeing it. Like let's let the women like play it out on the field and see where we can go from there. So
So, is there any chance of Canada actually making it through? They have to. They have to like, win everything, right? Like,
they have to
any,
win, and neither France or Colombia can get a point.
mm.
That's it.
That's
So,
tough for the players, man, because you got to think at least most of the players are probably innocent, or maybe they know about it, but they're not initiating it. So that
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah,
I mean, you see whenever coach like players run over to the coach, they cover up their mouth. They like if I see a corner kick or a free kick routine, and you're just like something's up with this. Like they look like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
about to do something different. If you have that beforehand knowledge, that's a little scary. Like
Just giving baseball signals like, oh yeah, we know what you're
It,
talking about.
yeah, Houston Astros, like another team that got caught for cheating.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what's up with North
It's just so
America and
funny with
cheating.
Canada because Canada's like our stereotypes of America that they're like, so nice and honest, and then like their federation has all these problems like cheating, and then they had issues with like even paying some people in their federation, which is like not what we think of with Canadians, right? So somewhat disappointing because their guys team is actually decent for the first time, literally in history ever. They have the best player in Concacaf, and it's kind of disappointing that all this sleazy stuff is happening.
Yeah, completely agree with you there. So
so just doing my middle like my beautiful mind math and everything. If Canada wins, Colombia loses, and on goal difference they can still keep it. 'Cause they've got a two. They've got two goal difference right now, plus, positive two.
Mhm.
So France has zero, Colombia has one. And Colombia is top of the group. France in the middle, Canada third. It could happen.
And like I said, anything's
I'm putting my money on Canada to go through, bro. I'm putting that.
wow, that's a big one.
You,
Okay.
you hear me, Drake?
Call
I
me on
mean,
my cell phone.
if 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 France makes it through, I cannot wait to see another person say they not like us.
Oh,
It'll be another team trying to crap on Canada saying they not like us, and
Yo,
their whoever their
legit.
social media manager is going to be. So
Oh
so
yeah, that's
please,
gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing.
oh for sure. So please let us know in the comments what do you think about the Canadian scandal, and do you think they're actually going to make it through?
And
All
do they
right.
have a Canadian Olivia Pope?
For sure. And then for our final segments of the week, we want to talk about the friendlies that have been happening within the United States this past weekend. It's been very interesting to see. The MLS has been taking part of some matches against some European competition. And we're talking about the clubs, not the actual international teams. A lot of those guys are tired. But we have some friendlies that kind of have been standing out. We have Celtic FC from Scotland that have been defeating
Do the accent again?
powerhouses. Scotland.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's
Please,
terrible.
never do that again.
Yeah. I can't wait to get called out. But Celtic, they defeated DC United 4-0 this past Saturday. They've defeated Manchester City 4-3, and they've also defeated Chelsea 4-1. So we have some other notable wins. Arsenal defeated Manchester United on pens.
That's right.
Yeah, amazing to see. We had some other notable wins as well. So, guys, anything that you want to talk about specifically with the friendly matches? Waj, I'll start with you.
Yeah, man. Well, it was great to see our Gooners do what they do with their past two wins against Bournemouth and Man U. I'm very proud of you saying I'll be going to the Liverpool match in a few days. So I want to just see, I just want to see this continuing on. We just, of course, brought out our newest defender, Calafiori, has now joined the team in the States. So that's gonna be really great to see. But hey,
And
I'm excited
heartbreak.
I'm excited about Liverpool, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to talk about it just yet. Celtic, man, that's what I wanted to. Jeez, Celtic they killed it. They were smashing the players. I was just Chelsea. Chelsea looked like they were imploding, and that's what I want to talk about, bro. Like, I think all the other matches were fine. Even the city match, fine as well. But Chelsea, to all my Chelsea friends out there, it's hard out there, man. The summer's
Yeah,
hard, bro.
it's
It's hot in these streets.
There's
tough to
Chelsea fans out here. They exist.
Every once in a while, you can find them if you need some money. You find them. Always.
I don't really. I guess I actually answered my own question, but I was going to say I don't really understand why MLS would be playing in these games in the middle of the season. Then I realized money is literally drives everything. So I don't take those results too heavy with the MLS games because they're literally in the middle of the season where the other teams are in preseason.
Yeah.
Kind of matters a little more for them, but money season ticket sales make the world go round. So
I guess
it's
the
kind of
only
cool. It's cool to see a game at Fenway Park, right?
I mean, the Columbus Crew somehow defeated Aston Villa 5-5, and
Did
you're
you say
like,
Ashton?
yeah, Aston.
Oh, they
Aston.
did, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you caught me. I'm American.
Uh-huh.
My bad.
American.
Yeah, no. But yeah, Villa killed Crew 4-1, right?
No, Villa got killed by Crew 4-1.
The Columbus Crew
Are you
beat
sure?
Aston Villa, yeah,
Yeah.
4-1. So they're in like preseason form then. I mean,
Yeah.
the Crew are a solid MLS team though, but I mean, damn.
Yeah, they defeated them Saturday 4-1. Yeah, that was a pretty big statement. Columbus is doing well. They do well in the CONCACAF Champions League. They're a pretty strong team within the regular season as well. So,
Usually,
Watch,
yeah.
what did I tell you last week? You got to get up on the MLS.
Man, listen, in the same way that PJ is blissfully ignorant to under 23 football, I'm ignorant to my MLS. I'll get there though, at a snail's pace, but I'll get there.
I feel it.
I'm
For the
ignorant.
team.
I'm ignorant to almost everything outside the USA, but I'm working on it. I'm working on expanding my horizons. So.
And then before we switch over to our feel good, did you guys have anything other within the world of footy that you want to go into?
First off, yeah, I just want to say that I am so excited for Arsenal and Liverpool this week because that's going to be a great way to finish out the preseason. But honestly, the last thing that I wanted to really chat about was who do you think is gonna be the first one of us to get FIFA or EAFC, whatever you want to call it?
Well,
Since they just
probably.
right? Since they just made the new announcement, or the news is out.
Yeah.
Are you getting yourself excited?
Well, that's the thing. I am actually might do a boycott of EAFC this year.
Oh,
Okay, big
Mr.
words.
Political.
Yeah, EAFC has been taking a bunch of money from me for years. I love it a lot. I mean, I loved it when it was still FIFA.
Are you buying players like you're 13 years old, or what do you mean?
Well, a FIFA Ultimate Team, where you could actually buy like different players with cards. It's this expensive card game, and I was just thinking about how much I was actually investing into that for such a long time.
Thousands of dollars over the course of the years.
Not thousands of dollars, probably hundreds of dollars.
Over your
But
whole lifetime, though? I
over
would
my
be.
whole lifetime, it's probably like a couple. No, probably at most 1,800.
We could have spent that on marketing for the podcast, but it's okay.
Damn, yeah. Well, I was like, what are you doing?
So that's what I'm saying.
This
I'm
must
thinking
be
about
pandemic times or something when you had nothing
Yeah.
else to do with your
no.
life. Like, come on
This
now.
is way before pandemic. This is when I first.
Oh, man.
He was an OG. He was consistent. Like I
I
get
was
FIFA
up
most
to
year,
date.
not every year. You pretty solid.
Oh yeah, no, I had it every year.
Yeah, I had it. I had it every year, but
No, boy, where you gonna go? Where
well,
you gonna go?
well, FIFA now has a new game that they're teaming up with 2K Studios with. So
Man, get out of here.
I might give that a look. 2K has done some great things. NBA 2K is a really fun one. Their
That'll
football
be
game.
interesting.
Their football game is one of
That
the
would be
greatest of all
interesting.
time. Still talking
This
about
sounds
2K.
like Pro Evo all over again.
I'm not saying Pro
And
Evo.
we all know.
Well, that's why
So-
FIFA didn't go to Pro Evo. So
Exactly.
2K has a shot. So yeah.
Okay,
PJ,
well,
what about you?
let's ask this bet to the audience. Who what do you think he's gonna go for? Will he stay in the right path of the righteous, or will he go down to the dark side?
Minus
I-
140 right now. He stays. It's minus 140. It's early DJ PJ odds.
Hey, I might still be able to play a Whoop Waj and TC, friend of the show. Be able to still beat y'all whenever I can pick up the sticks again. So
You gave me a bad controller, bro.
I know I did not. We were calling
E.
our controller.
Why'd you do that, man? You gave him
Typical.
a little sticky L button, huh?
Yo, for real.
I gave him the little brother controller. Come on now. He got Sun. That's all that mattered.
The Amazon version, not the Microsoft version.
Right, exactly. Right, where'd you get that? It was a Hong Kong version, bro. I was flabbergasted with my
controller.
inabilities.
Yeah. And then PJ, you got anything that you want to talk about in the world of footy?
I just hope that the U.S. finds a good coach. The range is extremely big. The names that have been brought up have been as high as Jurgen Klopp, and I'm not going to criticize him because I have his jersey right here, but Steve Cherundolo, who could be a great coach. He's just starting coaching. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but it would be better if it were sooner because more time to prepare for the World Cup. So that's kind of the main thing on my mind. And obviously the start of the European season coming up soon is exciting as well.
You don't want Tim Howard?
Tito Howard. I've ran into him in New York City, not once, but twice in the last couple months. I saw him at a nightclub. He was partying. And then I saw him on the street. My friend had to pull me over because I was like so scared to say hi to him. And I got
Nothing wrong with fanboying out for the GOAT Tim Howard. I feel it.
maybe with more experience.
With more everything?
Yeah,
I just love Tim Howard. I was like, why not? He should be the manager.
All right, to wrap things up, I want to end on a heartwarming note. I'm going to stick out of the world of footy for a second because it is the Olympic time right now. So I want to give some spotlight and some love to Flavor Flav. He's been sponsoring the women's water polo squad. He decided to take them under the wing after he saw them winning so much, and they didn't have enough money to kind of pay their players. A lot of their players had to actually like work 3 jobs to be able to support themselves to get over. So he's trying to get them to win number 4. U.S. women's water polo squad has won 2012, 2016, and 2020. So he's trying to give all the love, and he's looking like the unk that we all need for our sport endeavors. So I want to give a big shout out to Flavor Flav and the U.S. women's water polo squad. Come on, keep fighting for that goal.
Go Team US.
And with that, want to give a quick close out to Dem Boys Watch Footy. Thank you all for listening. We got Waj, we got PJ, got your boy E. Thank you again. Have a good one.
Next time.